Hi there, it's Kevin with GatheringMatches.com with match number 1 with the Mardu Rally. Yes, we'd like to play first. This deck is really, now that I've looked at this deck, it's really got the gears turning with a mono black rally using the Shaman and the Bloodseeker, and then cards like when the Husk comes out, we'll build that deck with Karsi Sadist. So, not Karsi Sadist, excuse me, the Grim Haruspex. So Grim Haruspex with the Shaman and Kheru Bloodsucker seems really, really powerful. The problem is that with the M15 is also printing the white cantrip card, the 2 mana that says whenever a creature enters the battlefield this turn it was not cast, exile it. So you do have to think that card can shut us down, which people are going to pack a lot of hate for the Death Mist Raptor. So anyway, we're going to keep this. This seems okay. It's not the greatest hand, but we do have the Humble Defector, not a way to kill at the moment. We don't want our opponent to gain control of it. But I don't even think that maybe just 2 cards is okay to give our opponent. We will just throw this guy out here and get in there for 1 and start the beatdown. We have a Tymaret next turn. And again, we could actually Humble Defector if we want to try to get some cards. Like, he has to activate the Defector, and then it will give it back to me. Like, this is just such a cool card that I think we're the deck that wants cards, though. That might change my play because now we can cast things for quite a while. And yeah, I don't think I need to panic yet. It's just going to be a Tymaret, and then we'll attack in for 1. This is what I love about Magic, though. It's just playing these different brews. So if you definitely are a brewer, I highly suggest come over and join our community at roguedeckbuilder.com. We are allowing people to start creating their own content, so writing their own articles. So it's something you're interested in, by all means, shoot me an email at kevin@roguedeckbuilder.com. We are looking for a lot more people. Holy cow. 2 Siege Rhinos. I wonder if he's a whip deck or a rally deck himself. If that's the case, yeah, we could be in a bit of a problem here. So we have another mountain which we can play, and we can play the Shaman. And no, I think we might need to start drawing cards. But I do want the Shaman in the graveyard. So it's going to give himself +2/+2. We're going to attack in with both because we do want our guy in the graveyard. We need to get as much damage out as possible. He ditched Siege Rhinos, and he found oh, he had to ditch Siege Rhinos. Yeah, that wasn't I was thinking for some using a commune. So maybe this probably is some sort of whip deck, I would assume, with Satyr, unless he's just trying to get value out of a Satyr. And he wanted Satyr alive. He wants it to block something bigger. So a Courser, I think we might need to stoke that down. Yeah, I don't care about an end hostilities, just because I don't want him to gain advantage. So we can just throw out the Forge and then attack with everything. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do that. We will stoke down the Courser. And he'll kill off the Stormguard, the Stormsinger now, which he's down to an 11. 2 of his game lives, or 3 of his game life cards are gone. Another Wayfinder, which finds him another Llanowar Waste, but Elspeth is gone, which another Siege Rhino too is in the bin. And he's going to Temple. He still doesn't have a white source. So End Hostilities is kind of, yeah, is a long ways away. And that hurts. That does hurt, because that was our way of drawing cards back. So we'll Swiftspear here. And that's cool. It gets +2/+2 here. And he's going to have to block. He's going to have to block the Swiftspear. So he's 1 point away from Tymaret just flat out killing him, and the damage from Tymaret just might end up winning. I don't see him gaining life with 3 Siege Rhinos in the from the Satyr Wayfinders in the graveyard. Still missing that white source for the end hostilities. And we do have double activation next turn off of the Tymaret. So Butcher will be really good to draw into. We have a lot of really good cards. I am loving this card. So maybe that's where the Zergu would come in handy with Dash with this guy. I don't know, very interesting. We're very spoiled right now in Standard. I haven't had a Standard that has played this well for quite a while with just so many options. All right, so it looks like my opponent just apologize for the dog barking there. If you guys could hear that, my dog's going crazy about something. We'll go to the sideboard here. And Thoughtseize seems okay to take care of like an in hostilities, possibly. I think that this is the where Crackling Doom can kill off a Siege Rhino. Master of the Unseen actually seems pretty good here, though, too. And so does Necromancer's Stockpile. I don't think we need Virulent Plague to hate out Elspeth. Or the Charm. See, Charm is kind of cool with the Purphoros as well, because you can still always put out 2/1/1 white warrior tokens. And with the Shaman, there's some great synergy. These becomes 3/3s until end of turn with First Strike. And this gets rid of I think that we might want Mardu Charms just to kill off Coursers. But at the same time, I don't want to dilute the power of this deck. So Bloodsoaked Champion kind of seems weak against a few of the cards. Maybe Humble Defector is... I'm going to cut some Humble Defectors in this case. I want the Bloodsucker combo here. The Mogis Marauder, he might be able to block a lot of stuff. But I think we still want the one of. I'm going to bring in the Mardu Charms and possibly a Crackling Doom. Or a Master of the Unseen or a Necromancer's Stockpile. Stockpile doesn't get the greatest synergy in this deck. It just draws you a card, and the activation's quite high. You don't get... There's no zombies, so nothing gets... Yeah, I think we'll just bring in a one of Crackling Doom to take care of problematic rhinos. Or just a Thoughtseize to take care. I'm going to bring in possibly even 2 Thoughtseize. I'm going to take Bloodsoaked Champions out as well. And that will let us bring in 2 Thoughtseizes and a Crackling Doom. All right, we'll submit this. So we are low on the creature count. It is 20 now. But I think that this will work pretty well. This isn't a bad hand. We'll see if the Mardu Charm is worth it. It's just, I think that we need as much Corsair Crewfix hate as possible. Because it's a card that will give him a lot of advantage. We'll Swiftspear here. And then next turn we have a Tormenting Voice. There's a Bloodsucker. We'll see how well it works. Might end up being a pretty bad card in this particular matchup. But also, it's one of the things, like, if he wants to go late game, we can do that one-turn kill with a rally. And there's the Satyr, once again. And he does get his one of planes here. Courser in the bin, Ultimate Price. Ultimate Price is very weak. I hope he brought in a ton of removal versus me, because it's really pointless. I do want the Nomad Outpost. So I think instead of a Tormenting Voice here, sure, we'll Stormsinger and attacking with both. If he wants to trade, he can trade. Yeah, that's fine. Because, again, those want to be in the graveyard for later on. And we get a blocker, potential blocker for something bigger out of the way. We got to clear those Satyrs eventually. So see if he has the Courser here, and we will Mardu Charm it if that's the... Yeah, I think we need to Mardu Charm it, unfortunately. And, yeah, that gives us all the sources we need. Hey, we can actually tap for a black here now. Okay, sweet. So we don't have to use a... 4 damage to the Courser. Still has one coming up. That's a lot of Coursers to have in his opening 14. Down to a 15. We've applied some nice pressure. A Siege Rhino could come out here, though, and then we could be in trouble. Because I can't really do much against the Siege Rhino. Yeah, there it is. All right, so race is definitely on. We need to find those So the Shaman's kind of cool because it makes it a... Now, I think just right now, we need a Tormenting Voice. And just get rid of a Battlefield Forge. Yeah, Caves is weaker because of the Urborg. Perfect. So we have a Crackling Doom later on. For the... I don't even think we need a Battlefield Forge. A Mountain can at least tap for... Well, that's fine. And we'll pass a turn. So we need a dig for those rallies. So I'm going to take 4 from the Siege Rhino. Crackling Doom can get rid of the Siege Rhino, though. Satyr Wayfinder, going to find him more lands. I haven't seen any whips or anything, though. Drown in Sorrow, another Courser, and a Deathmist Raptor. And that one didn't even find him a land, did it? Yeah, wow. So, kind of a wasted one. Going down to an 11. I hope he doesn't have a Thoughtseize here. Another Mountain. Can't cast one with the Crackling Doom. I think we might as well get in for some damage and just cast it right now. So white, black. Yeah, we'll go red here. And then this can go black. Get in there for another 2. He blocks with a Satyr. Still has 4 cards in hand. We are still a little light on creatures, and this is what I was worried with the rally, if I start cutting too many creatures. He finds tons of lands with this one. That's Satyr number 3. But an Elspeth goes to the bin. I'm not too worried about Elspeth. Elspeth doesn't seem like the greatest card versus a combo deck. It just seems very slow. But he's gone through almost half his deck. We've got 3 of his, or 2 Siege Rhinos, 2 Coursers in the bin. We know he's got, 3 Coursers in the bin. And I think he's got 1 Courser in his hand. So, look, I think we're going to start keeping these lands in hand. I'll play, 1 more because then that's the perfect amount of lands. But the Confluence will stay in for later. Might just dash in. Yeah, I think we're just going to start dashing in the Shaman. And he's going to burn Ultimate Price. Bile-Blight. Okay. That is fine. It's a card out of the hand. It's something that we can rally back in. So we are prepared for the grindy matchup. And he'll, once again, just absorb 1. I don't know if I agree with that play. Unless he is some sort of rally deck. I haven't seen... No, he wouldn't be a rally. He doesn't have any sack outlets. I think he's just using Death Mist for... value? He probably has some Den Protectors in here. Yeah, there's a Den Protector. It's going to get back a Siege Rhino, unfortunately. And then also the Death Mist comes back in play. So it's just a value-based deck. Butcher is nice. I can sacrifice haste and whatnot. I can give it haste. This is brutal, though, because it's going to bring back the Siege Rhino. And if I leave this out, he could probably just kill it. So Butcher, I think we go for it. So at this point, I think we do play the Mana Confluence just so we can play the Bloodsucker. And yep, I knew that was coming, unfortunately. Because he's going to get back a Siege Rhino. And the Death Mist Raptor comes back into play. So we really are in top deck mode for a rally, and I don't know if a rally even does it because we have 3. Yeah, it does. A rally does do it. So Courser finds an ultimate price, gains a life, which is significant, but he decided to go the Courser rather than a Siege Rhino. No, he didn't get back a Siege Rhino. What did he get back? He got back a Courser? Was that just wrong what he took? We'll see what he took here. Oh, he got a Hero's Downfall. Alright, we just get 2 life off of it. So we're in desperate top deck mode for the Rally the Ancestors. And if we do draw a rally, we just win. Well, Tormenting Voice, can we survive one more turn? Because I have to discard a card. It's me very, very iffy. Now I'm trying to think. No, I still think that playing the Mana Confluence is the right play. So we'll block the Death Mist Raptor here. But I don't know if I can even rally everything back. Yeah, I think we're going to be 1 short. So you need to, off this needed Tormenting Voice, we need to get a Rally the Ancestors and a land. So Tormenting Voice. And that's not going to do it. We'd do another Tormenting Voice, see what we would get here. Yeah, Stoke the Flames. That we do not find a rally in 22 cards. Sideboard. I still like the Crackling Dooms. He has ways to get stuff back. I don't think we want to go like Mastery the Unseen to try to race him. Maybe we do just go for the... It seems like he has enough way to kill off, like, Humble Defector just doesn't seem like it's going to get any value. But 20 creatures is what is really, really, See, Mastery the Unseen has really cool synergies with the Purphoros. And has synergy. I'm going to try one of because the synergy with both the Shaman Bloodsucker combo. But I'm just not quite sure what I'd want to get rid of. Maybe just one more Stoke the Flames. Or in this case, a Collateral Damage doesn't kill a lot of things. I can get rid of a Collateral Damage. I'm going to get rid of actually all the Collateral Damage. I don't really like it in this particular matchup with him gaining life. I think we need Crackling Dooms. And I'm not going to try both Masteries because that's redundant. So maybe we will bring in like a Humble Defector. Alright, I'm going to try this list. 21 creatures now. That's where this gets iffy. Yes, I'd like to play first. Yeah, this is fine. This is actually really good. We have a first turn Thoughtseize. Go get a mountain here. And, whoops, I meant to say swamp. And my mind said mountain, so, whoops. Oh, we'll get a swamp next turn. Not a big deal, and we could Tormenting Voice this turn. There's the rally, perfect. So we'll get the one of swamp and Thoughtseize him. And Siege Rhino, Den Protector, Hero's Downfall, Cleric, Rhino. Do we just take the Satyr Wayfinder here to kind of take him out of the lands? I think we do. That's weird that I'm going to do this. Because he only has one land in hand, and he's relying on the Satyr Wayfinder. So you can Den Protector or Cleric. Which I don't think he wants to do Den Collector, because he wants to... Yeah, so this is going to force him to get planes, and the Cleric just gains him 3 life, which I don't really care too much about life. We do a burst of burst damage. There's a Swiftspear. Swiftspear's kind of weak at this point, especially with the... I think I'm just going to get rid of the Swiftspear. And throw out a Caves, so we're looking good. And he does miss his land drop, so great shape so far. We'll be able to butcher We could actually thin out our deck a little bit more. That's fine. We'll just throw out a Butcher. He does find his third, so now he can morph down his... He's an Abzan Charm. Ouch! That actually does hurt. That hurts big time. Because we need... That's one of our pieces we need. So Rally is kind of weak here until we can get more stuff. Definitely going to start thinning out. Let's see if we have enough. And we'll morph this guy over. Attack in for 2. And hopefully we can quit drawing lands. He does have that Siege Rhino now he can play. I think I'll stoke that just because I don't want him to get anything back. And that's not good. We'll thin it out one more time. This is the last mountain. And then pass the turn. And unfortunately, here comes the Siege Rhino. And yeah, that's the problem with the low creature count, though. I don't think he... Stokes are cool, but I think you need more creatures. I really think that the way to play this particular list is at least going to be 24, 25, 26 creatures. So we'll look into the deck list. There's oh, he decides to go for Deathmist Raptor. Swiftspear gives us a blocker. And we're going to keep the Battlefield Forge just in case we get a Tormenting Voice. Here comes the Rhino. And at this point, I think we do need a double block. Still only 3 cards in the graveyard. Not the greatest use of a rally. There's a Butcher. That allows us to block the Siege Rhino. But he had a Hero's Downfall, right? So he's just going to downfall it. And then swing in for 5. And then we actually can't generate the mana for the rally. Yeah, that's rough. We have to draw into our one of... Yeah, double rally. The problem with this deck right off the bat is what I can see is the low creature count. So we'll concede this. See where our creatures were hiding out. And I don't know how much... Yeah, 22 creatures just isn't enough. I'm gonna try to throw in maybe some more Mogis' Marauders here. Is there another way I can discard cards besides so Stokes I think are kind of weak here. Still questioning this Humble Defector. Marauder does seem very powerful. I think we want a play set of Marauders in here. That puts us up to 28 creatures if we go this route. And the Stokes can go bye-bye and possibly 1 Collateral Damage. That does hurt our ability to sacrifice things, but I think this deck's easy to kill. Like, your opponent's going to be killing cards for you. So this will give us 28. I think that this list will work out a little bit better. Wondering if I'm just forgetting a discard card from... I think red has a draw card, discard, raid card if you've raided this turn. Let me see. That might actually not be too bad. I think it's like a 2 mana. Let's see here. Maybe not. Thought there was a draw card, discard a card if you raided this turn. But I'm not seeing it. We'll see. Here's one more thing we're going to do. We're going to go for the good old Karsi Sadist instead of Collateral Damage. This will put us up to 30 creature count. This puts a card in the graveyard. And I'm thinking it's the way to go. And instead of Drown in Sorrow, I wonder if this Exploit card might just be better. The Minister of Pain. So creatures get -1/-1. It doesn't kill a Raptor. I mean, it doesn't kill a Rabblemaster. But it does clear tokens. So I think just 2 Karsi Sadists might just be better. Even better than... Well, Bloodsoak's cool because it just recurs itself. But this helps us with the life. It does almost as much as the Collateral Damage. Yeah, I'm going to try this list. We'll go on to another one. This gets us up to a 30 creature count, which I think is where this deck wants to be. And also adds a little more... You're going to be sacking itself usually. Or, it's another way to sack the Humble Defector. And I guess that's what he's doing with the Collateral Damage. Is sacrificing the Defector. So, maybe Collateral Damage does want to be in here. But other Karsi Sadist works just as well. 1 more mana for a creature in the graveyard. Which I think is a little bit better. We'll try this. We'll go on to the next match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.